Wow, beautiful morning this morning here. Look at that. Hello everybody, what's happening? My name's Neil. Welcome along to Midlife Motors. And if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll realize this video is not going to be about motors today, unfortunately, but it is about a problem that's hit me quite hard recently, and I think others may be struggling a little bit with this. To fully understand where we're at before we move forward, we need to go back 2 weeks in time. Bit of a warning here, there's a fairly depressed man in this next clip, but things do improve, life moves on, so stay tuned because it gets better. You find me in a hospital car park. I've just had some chicken and rice, and I'm about to go into the orthopedics department because I think I've torn my bicep. Now, I don't usually blog, whatever my workout regime. I'm not a big guy. Something I do because I enjoy it and I've met a few friends, but I'm going to do, excuse this, I'm going to do a bit of a flex, and hopefully you're going to be able to see that this arm's okay, but this arm is not okay. I think what's happened is you can tear your biceps in one of two places, and I think this is called the distal or something, joint ligament, whatever. I'll probably find out more in a moment, and I think I've damaged that. Now, it's about 3 weeks since it's happened. I couldn't show you much before. I couldn't really get any further with a doctor because it was all swelling. The swelling went down, but the pain's starting to come back now. So I'm a little bit deflated. I'm a little bit nervous. Before we get to the verdict from the hospital, what happened immediately? I was doing DIY when this happened. I wasn't working out, and I heard a pop straight away in my arm. Now, my right arm is my dominant arm, and I think ordinarily that's the one, if it's going to go, it goes. Now, I knew something had happened because it swelled up immediately. It swelled up in my forearm rather than the bicep, because you can tear your bicep either top or bottom. I think this is a long head, and this is the distal tendon, and it's a distal tendon, it appears, that I've damaged. Now, straight away, I knew to get some ice on it, I knew to rest it, and that's exactly what I did. For 48 hours, it was pretty painful and it was pretty immobile. But after that, it started to improve quite quickly. The pain subsided, the swelling went down, and although I knew I'd done damage, crikey, I was even back in the gym. I wasn't doing anything upper body. I knew it needed a rest, but I was doing my legs, I was doing my cardio, I was doing my core, and it seemed okay. But when the swelling went away completely, that's when it started to get sore again, as you saw in the previous clip. That's when I knew I had to go and see the docs. This is the sort of walk you need when you require a pick-me-up. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We saw the doctor, we had an MRI, we even saw the surgeon as well, and it turned out, because I'd been Googling in the 3 weeks, panicking, fearing the worst, but it turned out we haven't completely torn the distal tendon. We've done a partial tear, which means no surgery is required. I'm trying to get my words out this morning. But there's still a healing process, another 3 weeks from the clip you previously saw there. Now, the good news is that the surgeon thinks you'll get full mobility back. In fact, I've got that already, which is good. That's good. I've still got a little bit of swelling. Strength will go back to normal. Obviously, we'll have to work up and we'll have to build up gradually and make sure we don't do any further damage, but we should get back to full function. The one negative is that the arm's not going to be cosmetically exactly the same as the other one. I'll be honest with you, that's the thing that mentally has hit me the hardest. That's got me the worst. Now, I have noticed they call it Popeye arm, and I have got that. Now, is that going to get a little bit better? Now, even with surgery, that doesn't necessarily go away. In fact, the surgeon said pretty much no, you can't guarantee that it's going to be exactly the same even with surgery. So I'm glad I can stay away from surgery. At my age, that's not something I want to be doing. So there's good news, there's light at the end of the tunnel. This great big complex is the Sea Mill Hydro, a nice hotel area. There's the venue there for weddings and everything. So if you're ever in this part of the world, if you're ever in the west coast of Scotland, not massively expensive, worth a visit. It's got its little gym in there. I've used that before. It's even got a pool, albeit it's quite small, and you're right on the beach. Lovely view as I pan round, and that is the Isle of Arran opposite. That brings us bang up to date now, 5 weeks since the injury, and I am back in the gym. Now, I've gone back in kind of sensibly because I just had to get back into the gym, but I'm sticking to push exercises. I'm not doing any pulls at the moment. And as you'll see from the clips that pop up, chest, I've been able to get some weight back on the machine. I've stuck to the machines where my stability's good and, you know, I'm not in danger of aggravating the joint. I've been able to get a pump, which is good. I've been able to, the tricep extension's been fine, no pain in the joint or anything like that. I was a little bit nervous of that one. In fact, triceps in general have been okay. I've been able to push on with them. The shoulder press has been okay as well, which is good too. So yeah, from a push point of view, everything's been fine. Now, I've sneaked in a couple of pull exercises. One is on the arms itself. You'll see this sort of seated arm curl. 8 kilos that's in this clip was maybe a little bit too heavy. I might have to go back down a little bit just to get the range of motion going. And deadlifts. Now, strangely, deadlifts are fine. I'm not a heavy lifter. I prefer volume over weight. I wouldn't say I'm not a deadlifter. I do deadlifts, but I don't go massively heavy on them. So I think that's helped enable me to get back into those as well. So 5 weeks back in the gym, taking it gently, but pushing some of the weights. That's helped with my mental state, I can assure you of that. This is why you have to be prepared when you come out for a walk in Scotland. Over there, it's still sunny like it was at the beginning of our video. Where I'm stood now, though, it's raining. As my step count for the day comes to an end, what are we going to do moving on then? What's my plan moving on? Well, next week, I'm going to start throwing some more pull exercises into my routines, and I'm going to get back into the pool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor what happens with the arm. I'm going to monitor its strength. I'm going to monitor how it grows, and I'm going to monitor its shape to see how, you know, to see if we can get rid of some of that Popeye arm and get them to a little bit more balanced. I think that'll be interesting to see how we go. I want to see as well how it impacts on other, you know, other exercises when we start the pull down. Will I be able to chin again? I mean, I was pretty good at chin-ups before. And how's it going to help life in general? I mean, the other day I was cutting the grass and the vibration of the lawnmower was hurting my elbow. Well, not hurting it, but I could feel it. So I just want to see how all those things go. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to take some pictures and sort of show how the arm develops. I mean, this one was taken, I think, last weekend, so about a week ago, and you can see in it, you can see the left arm far bigger, much more defined than the right arm. And it'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna monitor this monthly. I'm gonna record what it can and can't do monthly, and I think we'll just do updates. I think the next big one, we'll aim for Christmas. This is the beginning of September now, so the next big update, I might jump in every month or so just to let you know how I'm getting on if this proves popular, but I think the next big update will probably be Christmas time. Diet as well. I'm not going to worry too much about calories at the moment, but I'm going to try and keep my proteins high. I'm probably going to take some creatine just to try and help the muscle grow. This is where I'm asking for any advice. If anybody's had this, been through this, then is there anything I need to consider? Is there anything you maybe learned from it? Is there any other supplements I should be taking? I'm not so much worried about building the muscle, it's just repairing this joint. I think that's enough for today. I think that's enough. I'm going to wrap up my walk now. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more about this, then please hit subscribe. If you want to see some fun stuff about the cars, then definitely hit subscribe. Thanks very much for watching this one though. Please give us a like. See you again soon. Isn't it a nice view? I wonder if it's going to start raining again. Goodbye.